Hey friends, and welcome back to Vibes and Delights. I'm Frinny, aka Friend the Human.
And I'm
And I'm
Slapper.
Slapper.
Man, the weather feels so good. It's fall, it's spoopy season. I cannot stand you. I'm trying to engage in conversation with you.
Oh,
Oh
let's
my
talk about the weather.
gosh.
Oh my goodness.
But the weather
It's
is
getting
changing.
a little chillier out there, isn't
But
it?
the weather is changing. It feels good. Your birthday's coming up. This is like the best time of year until it isn't, and then it gets too cold.
Wonderful time of the year.
I want a divorce. How dare you?
When do you think the most divorces happen?
After tax refund time.
After they do their taxes?
Yeah, after tax refund time, because they get that money. And then if they, huh?
Probably April.
Yeah, that's tax refund time. And also, this is like the season known as, what is it called? When the man looks for somewhere to stay all winter, to stay out the streets, but also be there so that they can file taxes together. They call that something. I can't. If you're in the Discord, join the Discord. If you're in the Discord, go ahead and tell us. I can't remember.
Loosing of homosexuals.
Whoa! For real, I'm pretty sure it's an actual term. They call it. It's not. It starts with a B, like buster, like
Pussy.
Anyway, but yeah, no, I think the time is definitely like right in springtime, and it's so funny. Isn't that weird? Okay, think about it. So like people start kind of getting together in the fall. Okay, they're all together through winter. Now spring comes and your relationship is supposed where like everything's blossoming and coming back to life, but then people's relationships are kind of starting to deteriorate, and then tax refund time comes, and then what's supposed to be spring and new is actually like death and like chaos, you know what I'm saying? And then in June and July, that's wedding season, you know what I'm saying? And then people, I don't know, it feels like seasonal. I don't know, like relationships are with the seasons, and I think that's really funny. Like it's nice, hot, and passionate in the summer when you're getting married and you're about to go on your honeymoon and have all the best. I was about to say like relations, and then I realized
you
I
can't
didn't
say
have
that
to.
on here on YouTube.
I did. Yeah, I was about to say I can literally say what I want to, and I'm still nervous to say it. But anyway, they have sex anyway.
This week, I think the stories we have all kind of revolve around cheating or what people think of cheating.
So the first one is called "Help Me Figure Out What Happened on This Date." It comes from Dating Over 30. I didn't even know that was a subreddit, but I'm hooked on this subreddit. Because it's so much more relatable than that crazy shit we be looking at on the front
My
page.
chest is like, I, 16 male, my girlfriend, 15 female, got into a fight, and now she won't talk to me in class.
And instead, she's starting to get real chummy with the professor or whatever they have in high school, or what. I don't even know, man. It's fucked up there. Anyway, help me figure out what happened on this date. All right, so hey all, I met a woman on Hinge. Okay.
So
because it's just funny because I literally just saw some TikToks. I think it was your TikTok because you've been posting lately, where it was somebody who was like Hinge. Oh, it was the dude who was singing. It was the dude who was singing Goo Dolls, and she met him on Hinge, and somebody was like, Hinge is like the most worst place ever. And now every time I see Hinge, I just giggle stupidly. Anyway, hey all, I met a woman on Hinge who seemed to check all the boxes. Age appropriate, lives close, beautiful, same religious background, wants kids, the works. We were compatible in virtually every way. During our second date, we decided to meet at a local brewery. Things went great. We even kissed as we were leaving. As we were about to leave, she asked me if I want to keep things going and to go to another bar to play some pool. She goes home, texts me her address. I pick her up and we go play some pool. We're at the second place and everything's going great. We're kissing, hugging, holding hands. That feels like song lyrics. Anyway, as the I'm pretty sure those are song lyrics. Kissing, hugging, holding hands. And I'm gonna think about it, and it's gonna suck because nobody's gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about. Right? Nobody's gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about until tomorrow. As the night goes on, we transition from beer to Jack and Cokes. We get beer before liquor, never sicker. Anyway, we dance
liquor
a little
after
bit.
beer, you're in the clear, dude.
Beer before liquor, never sicker. Liquor before beer, you're in the clear.
Oh, is it that way?
Yeah, I was about to say, wait, what the fuck did you just say to me? Grew up with a bunch of alcoholics, okay? Like we were the fun alcoholics, okay? Anyway, we dance for a little bit and end up in a back patio area. While we're on the patio, I go to the restroom and I come back and she's at a different table talking to another guy. I sit down at the table we were originally at and I think maybe this is a friend of hers or something. I wait for what feels like 10 minutes. I make eye contact with her and she doesn't signal to me like she's on her way back, nor does she wave me over. Around the 10-minute mark, I decide to get in my car and leave, and she calls me as I'm driving home. I don't pick up. I text her the next day and tell her it really bothered me that she started talking to a guys while we were on a date. No reply. So she matched your energy. Is this just a thing where she liked someone else more and ditched me? But you were her ride. Well, I guess that doesn't mean anything. I don't know. Why would she kiss me, hug me, hold my hand, them song lyrics all night and then ditch me so abruptly? This is really bumming me out. Any advice, thoughts, any feedback at all?
I gotta say, like, he's really like he's writing out the most basic of questions. Why would she ditch you when you're her ride? And why would she do that? Why didn't you like think that while you were there? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, why would she? That seems crazy. She would just ditch me on this date. Why would you think that immediately though?
Oh, like it's a self-esteem problem. Like he immediately jumped to she's leaving me instead of we're making friends. Maybe.
Right. Like, I don't
I
know.
also like wonder like Slappy, you had a really good theory. I think you did. You said that what if she was trying to catch his eye and maybe he was missing her?
Yeah, I mean, we've done that where like one of us goes to the restroom and then people show up and they're all sitting at some other table. So I sit with them or you sit with them and I come back to our table and I'm like, oh, and then you're like, come over here. Like, I don't know. Maybe she was just over there waiting on him to come over and he wasn't noticing her giving him signs or anything because he
But
was sulky.
also, yes, maybe he was sulky. Maybe he had an ugly ass look on his face. You know, like Bruno Mars said, why you mad? Fix your face. Like, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, like maybe he had an ugly ass look on his face. Oh, ugly ass. No, I'm kidding. But no, seriously, what if he just had like a really shitty look on his face and she was
He
scared to
probably
wave
did.
him
He
over?
walked out after 10 minutes. I don't know.
But at the same time, like that's a communication thing. Like,
Yeah.
I would say like I would have just walked over, like you literally just said. But also, there's like the art of communication is like dead. You know what I mean? Because just yesterday we were talking about introductions and like one of the things that I do is, if you hadn't seen the video, basically the long and the short of it is I was always taught when you introduce people, if you are together with somebody, if you are with a crew, posse, partner, it doesn't matter, if you introduce yourself and then your partner, hi, my name is Frinny and this is my husband Slappa, you know what I mean? And then I also follow up with, oh my gosh, Slappa loves Smite, or no, what was that? Oh, Prime World, you know, or it's so old, right? Because it's niche, or like you play WoW and you raid on Saturdays, and or like you like D&D, you know, I give something like a tidbit of that I know about you. I try to find common ground. Basically, I try to help bridge the gap. Oh, and somebody, I remember what I was about to say. People were saying that they usually introduce you unless they forget the person's name. Bro, I forget everybody's name. Okay, I'm gonna keep it 1,000,000. Okay, but like what I do is I just be very honest. I'm just like, hey, I love you and I know I love you, but what the fuck is your name? You know what I'm saying? And then they're like, oh yeah, I'm Goji. You know what I'm saying? And then I prove that I didn't just fucking fuck off and forget you, right? By saying, oh my gosh, me and Goji go way back. Or, oh my gosh, Goji works in, or, Goji and I talk about hell of a boss. You know what I mean? I tell you how I know this person and why I care about them, and then that way they're reassured that I really did not forget about them. I just had a moment, you know what I mean? And then I've introduced you to something that you might potentially like to know or have in common with them. You know what I mean? And I think that's just either being a good host or, but that's an art of communication. That's also being like social butterfly. Extrovert. I found out that I'm a good extrovert because I wait and I give my introverted friends the opportunity to speak for themselves, like, oh my gosh, don't you like WoW? What are you doing in WoW right now, babe? You know what I'm saying? I would wait for you to like interject something, but I know you aren't gonna fucking answer me, you asshole. Anyway,
I think it's hilarious because I'm just letting you continue to talk and you're not leaving space for me to talk while you're talking about leaving space for it.
Because I'm always waiting for you to just butt in like I do. But go on, sweetheart. Damn, you mean for that. I'm so tired. That was just funny to me. I'm tired of you. You could have literally.
That was a good little bit.
You could have butt in at any minute. And you know this. Man.
On all these stories, usually like the questions they're asking are like, that's your answer. Like, why would she ditch you? Because she found someone else she liked at this bar more. Why would she kiss you and hug you and hold your hand all night and then just abruptly ditch you? Like, obviously she wouldn't. Maybe you should have just asked yourself that first and
maybe answer her phone call when she called you.
Right. Like, I don't know. I don't feel sorry for the guy. Like, what happened on this date? Your fucking insecurity fucked you up. That's what happened.
Ooh, damn. Now, I didn't see these edits like the other day, so there's 2 edits here. It says, thank you to everyone who's commented. One thing is clear, I handled this situation poorly. I should have had some balls and got up to the table, and that would have cleared up the situation, and it was my mistake to not do that. That being said, I'm not convinced that tolerating this woman's behavior is acceptable. As a man, I would never be at another woman's table while my date was in the bathroom. If I did, the second my date was back, that conversation is over, or I'm inviting my date over to meet. Again, communication. I will accept my error in this, but I also stand by my beliefs on the way people should behave during a date. And I feel like we're kind of dancing right there. You know what I mean? Like how you should behave. I guess maybe it's the way it's written, because he's obviously really salty about it, but he also does seem to accept it. You know what I mean? But also, how do you behave on a date?
He's not convinced that tolerating this woman's behavior is acceptable. You mean talking to other people at a bar?
Right, like they went on their date already.
Like you've been with her all day and you went to the bathroom and she saw someone she knows enough to sit with them. I'm gonna assume the like most non-fucked up thing someone I'm dating is doing. You know what I mean? Like I trust them that much to at least not think they would do crazy fucked up shit.
Yeah, that's true. I will say that.
So I would just assume, oh, they must know them. Why would they sit with them otherwise? True. I don't know.
True, you're right. I suppose the right thing to do is to wrap it up. The conclusion. The reason why I came here to share the story is to get feedback from women on the situation. Is this a new modus operandi in the dating scene, which is MO, if people don't know what the fuck that means? And that it's acceptable to have 10-minute conversations with another man while ignoring your date? Like everything in life, the responses were a spectrum. Everything from women calling me an idiot to women say I did the right thing. I guess the only real conclusion that can be drawn here is how do I narrow my continued search to find ladies who see things like I do. Those of you that think this behavior is appropriate and she did nothing wrong, you can believe that, and that's fine. I just don't find that appealing in someone I'm trying to date. And I think that's it at the end of the day. The answer is you don't find it appealing. So find someone who operates the same way as you do. And you're going to swing and you're going to miss. You can't hit them all the time. It can't rain all the time. The Crow. It's spoopy season, okay? I'm just saying, that's a pretty good ending. I'm not going to lie. And I feel like he was trying to allude that she was cheating or that
It's the second date.
it's the first.
No, they said this was their second date.
Are you sure?
During our second date, we went to a brewery.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyway, that's all I got to say on that.
You know, I had a lot of thoughts, but I'm vibing and I'm enjoying these delights. A little too much tonight. So
You know what, though, honey? Do you want me to just read the second story? I'll read it.
No, I'm gonna read that shit.
You gonna read it?
I'm gonna read.
You read that shit, baby. You read it.
I think this guy is just an idiot. I mean, he's like, first he like accepted that like, yeah, he should have had some balls and just gone up to the table. But then he like doubled down and was like, some of y'all might think talking to other people at a bar is okay.
Well,
But I don't think that. So okay.
I really think that what it really is, though, Sweetness, is that he's stuck on, he thinks, just like how I was asking so generally yesterday about the introductions, right? He thinks that this is the majority when it turns out he got like a massive spectrum, and it's kind of hard to tell. And at the end of the day, it's up to you to decide what you will and will not put up with. You know what I mean? What if he goes on another date, one with someone else, and the same thing happens? He's going to join them that time. Then he'll probably get the full answer. Oh, these are her coworkers. You know what I'm saying? But then he can, at that time, just be like, hey, you had me nervous there for a second. I thought you left me. You know what I'm saying? And then he can address that. But I don't know, like he just is assuming that everybody functions the way he functions, which is chronically man. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, like I was gonna. That's way too much emotional intelligence involved.
But I'm just saying, like he's
Go with your first gut reaction. Be a man.
True. I will say that. Yeah, like all I'm saying is that he needs to not assume that his whole experience is canon. What is it, like majority? What am I saying?
But like everyone experiences it.
Yeah.
Did you experience this?
Experience what?
Feeling like someone left you and then just walking out? What are you talking about?
I mean, generally speaking, yeah. Like when I was with my friend that I had for like so many years in my early 20s, and I finally cut her off because she was toxic, racist, weirdo, and stuff like that. She and I were like the most perfect social butterflies. Like she would be off on her side, I'd be off on my side. We would like give each other the look from across the room. We would take a bathroom break, assess how we felt, then we'd kind of go together to all these places. You know what I'm saying? It was a good time, but sometimes she would get too swifty, which she often did. Like anyway, and then she would be weird and purposefully ditch me. Like one time, I saw that she was talking to somebody I actually knew and hadn't seen in a while. And I was like, whoa, bro, what's good? And I like barged in, you know what I'm saying? But again, I barged in on them. And I was like, how have you been? How's your music career? Like, how's music treating you? Because I've shared a stage with that person. And she was just like, oh my God, a Black person. And he was like, nope. And he left. I haven't talked to that dude since. You know what I'm saying? She almost got us kicked out. You know, and like so the only person who's ever done that to me like legitimately was a piece of shit. So I don't think I have the right.
I did not expect that deep dive into Freddy history from that question. My bad.
I mean, you asked, but this is why people say I should write a book, bro. Like I got something for like everything. Anyway, read this second story before I have to go live.
All right. My mom is saying that I'm going to ruin my marriage if I don't stop my husband from having an affair. For me, if he ends up having an affair, there's nothing worth saving.
I gotta say, that title is literally everything, though. Like, if he does cheat on you, then you're right. There isn't anything worth saving. What an because, bro, because somebody who won't, like, if you're not gonna cheat, you're not gonna cheat. But if you are, you are. Damn. Wow. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's like the best view on relationships to have.
Truly.
Like you don't want to be chasing after people and like blocking people from being around them because they're going to cheat on you. Like that's not ever good. Why would you want that? So if they're going to cheat on you, just okay.
Bye.
I don't know if I want advice or just to vent and ask questions about infidelity. I have very strong opinion that if my significant other wants to cheat, I'm not going to stop them. If they needed to be stopped, they're not worth my love. I deeply believe I deserve someone who 100% willingly wants to be with me and wouldn't fall for her temptations. Let's say it falls under my responsibility to try and stop them if I knew they were going to cheat, but what about if I don't know? I'm married and we've been together for 4 years and married for 6 months. We just moved to our new apartment and little by little we've been renovating it. We're both crafty and we want to create our dream home.
I'm sorry, 6 months? And we're already here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's like that meme. Okay.
We became friends with our neighbors, also a couple. The woman is very beautiful and bubbly, and I get along with her really well. She said she envied us for renovating since her husband doesn't really like to do these things and refuses to give her money to do her own projects. She's a stay-at-home mom. I don't know about her situation with her husband, but the closer we got, the more I sense that he's very careful with money. So I get what she means, although I don't think he's abusive financially.
We also, I wonder like how much she actually knows though, because financial abuse isn't just like, oh, you can't go get McDonald's today. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot worse than that. So I don't know.
Both my husband and I work, and my husband works a lot from home. I noticed that my neighbor is getting more and more friendly with my husband instead of with me, how we started our friendship. She's very flirty and seems to have more and more in common with my husband, especially the things I don't really like hiking, but even the smallest things like food or sweets. She has so much in common with him as she many times put.
I think that was the ick. Yeah.
That's the ick. I feel it.
I feel it.
Since she's a stay-at-home mom, she started making my husband his favorite food. And my husband has said on many occasions how nice it is that she cooks. How nice. Now, twice I've come home and she's in there with my husband, helping him with renovations or just brought him lunch. My husband doesn't seem bothered at all by it, so it makes me think that nothing's happening between them yet. I was telling this to my mom, and she got so angry at my indifference. She said that I should ban my neighbor from being around my husband and to tell him not to talk to her anymore. I told her that I wanted a husband who doesn't want to cheat. There are 4 billion women out there, and I can't stop him from seeing all of them. He's the only one who can decide if his marriage is worth it.
Yo.
The boss ass bitch.
Hey. Oh.
I don't know.
I'm a boss ass bitch. Yeah. Come on, baby, shake it. Shake it.
My mom called me deranged, and she's very upset with me. I don't know what to do. I've made my opinion clear to my husband that I didn't appreciate our neighbor hanging out with him, and I even started to cook more at home. Other than that, I don't plan on having a contest with women to win my husband. I always believe if they can take him, they can keep him. It may sound cold that I don't feel that at all. My heart is full of love for him, and I can't even imagine myself cheating on him, even if I was in a room full of handsome men. I just want the same in return. He hasn't done anything yet, but he texted her a few times. Nothing flirty, but they have texted. I hate it, but I don't know. My mom said I'm enabling this just to see if he cheats and then discard him, but all I wish is that he chooses me without him knowing that I'm watching and without me asking him to choose.
God damn. That is absolutely just deeper than a bitch though. Like that's mad deep. And I think she's right. But I also feel like there's such a thing as mitigation. In the insurance, like in my job, if you have a busted window, and you know you have a busted window, you need to at least account for the busted window. Like if it's raining, because we're kind of in the rainy season right now, or in a rainy whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? What is this? When fall?
Yeah, it's fall.
I guess it is pretty rainy in fall. Interesting. Anyway, but like you need to cover your windows, right? Otherwise insurance is not going to pay for mold because your window's busted out, right? That's what mitigation means. You have to at least try to prevent further damage, right? She's not doing that. So on the one hand, absolutely, but also she needs to mitigate, and she's not. But I also get that's a hard line for her.
It's like the same as the last one. Like it's kind of like it's whatever you think is right, I guess. Like,
and how much are you willing to take?
Yeah,
I guess that's like the story I read tonight. If y'all are listening tomorrow, which you will be, I read a story where it's basically up to how much more are you willing to take. But anyway, there's an update.
All right, we got an update. I went home on my lunch break, and sure enough, my cute and bubbly neighbor was eating lunch with my husband in my kitchen.
Bro.
I'm really wondering, where's the kids and the husband from the day?
Bro, I was about to say, like, I swear when I read this the first time, I didn't think she had kids because she's here.
Like, yeah, it seems like she's always over there when the wife is gone.
But you know what? Maybe they're old enough to be in school. So if the wife's at work, kids are at school, husband's at work.
Oh, that's fucking disgusting. Okay. I started this as a comment on a post last night, but it started to get so long, so I thought I'd just make an update. I want to start with some explanations. My account is new because I'm not a Reddit user. I know of Reddit through relationship posts on Instagram and YouTube. I immediately thought of Reddit to get a good perspective. I must say I'm very impressed with the support I got on here. I thought I was wrong after my mom's reaction. Some girls here suggested that I don't tell my husband next time I left work early. Well, I didn't want to wait, so I accidentally, on purpose, left my gym bag at home. Asked my manager if I could have a couple of hours break around lunch, and sure enough, my neighbor was in my kitchen eating lunch with my husband. My husband looked nervous and guilty and said, "Yeah, we're having lunch here."
Yeah, we're having lunch here.
Oh my gosh.
They now are a Jersey couple. Like,
no, stop.
We're having lunch here. Nothing's wrong, honey. Just me and the neighbor. We're having lunch.
Help. Anyway, but for real though, what the fuck? I don't know what I would do if someone that I fucking despised or didn't trust or something was in my fucking kitchen. Ugh. That's where I eat. That's where I prepare food, and you're making it disgusting. You're in front of my salad, and we had chicken salad for dinner. In front of my salad.
They said, "Yeah, we're having lunch here," and they had leftovers from yesterday's dinner, and they've ordered a pizza because we didn't have enough leftovers for two. What the fuck? I'm upset at that. Like, yeah, you just came over and ate the leftovers, but you weren't satisfied with the leftovers, so you want pizza. You want my leftovers and my leftovers? Damn. So she didn't even make him lunch this time. I just said that I'm just here to get my bag, and I left. And now I'm sitting in my car shaking, my stomach and heart aching. Damn. Bars. He has called 3 times, but I just couldn't answer. He texted me this. My love. It sounds better in my language. I'm gonna start saying that just randomly when I say things to like new strangers, and I'm just saying,
what is it? What is
like,
it?
It sounds better in my language. And just keep going. Don't even.
I wonder, like real talk, if it's like mi amor or something like that.
Yeah, it's probably like a not English or Germanic language that actually sounds.
Ooh, like in Encanto. What right? Like he was like, he was like. No clouds allowed in the sky. He said, "I'm sorry."
I'm sorry.
Me,
I'm sorry, I'm speaking ugly.
yeah. He said it's so smooth
said it's
though.
smooth
Like,
as fuck. I cannot do
ooh. So I bet you they right though. Like the right is the right.
Wait, it was that.
Okay, we're done. It sounds like we're just grunting into the toilet.
In the
The
toilet.
toilet.
Stop. You're not helping my situation. You know I'm struggling.
You
right
did it to me, and I was just over here freaking the fuck out. You kept egging me on. So yeah, I'm the chaos today. Bring the rain.
It's fair.
No,
No clouds allowed in the sky.
I can't with it.
My love, I know you don't like it when she's here, but you have nothing to worry about. I love you. Now I'm trying to calm my nerves before driving back to work. Damn, she's got to go back to work after this too. That's tragic.
Man, I wouldn't have took my ass back to work.
I'm calling off.
Right,
Get the fuck out of my
That's
house.
very millennial of me.
Boss,
Or-
I can't come back to work. I gotta fight a bitch.
I'm gonna throw these bows.
He knows that I don't like it when she's there. And yet the few times I've left work early, she's been there, which means she's probably always there when he's working from home, which means even if he knows I hate it, he still does it. We've been married for 6 months. I know the first year is always hard. It is not.
Not
I
that
hate
damn
that.
hard. What the fuck?
Nah,
I'd
the
say
first
like
year
year
should be-
5.
Yeah, the first year should be the absolute best year. What the fuck are y'all doing at 6 months already having the neighbor over every day?
But for real though, like, geez, that's crazy. What was he like before y'all got married? What was he doing? Like maybe something broke and he's like, oh, this is too real now.
Is that a thing? Do people like get married and then be like,
I mean, it's
"Whoa,
cool.
we're actually married now. I can't handle this."
Yeah, I mean, what do you think all those fucking weird dudes who get bitches pregnant and then walk the fuck out on them? We're
a
going
baby,
to.
though.
Okay, well, this is marriage though.
You just signed a paper.
Okay,
Sign
but
another
you
one to
also
undo
just
it.
like legally bound yourself to someone. What am I always saying to you, sir? Sir, I'm always like, in the eyes of Texas, you belong to me. You are mine. You know what I'm saying? And like, even still, like legally, crimes of passion, like, I love you so much, I would do something fucked up for you. You know what I mean?
Married to do that. What are you talking about?
No.
No.
No, I don't know. Maybe it's because like now if they break up, they have to actually split stuff. Like, do you
yeah, you have to do that anyway.
Not
it's
really.
literally
Piece of paper. Everything's
not
the
really,
same. It's
because
just
technically
more
you're
legal.
single until you married.
Yeah,
You
but
need
when
to get married.
When you break up with someone you
You're
live with,
getting
you still
old.
have to split stuff up. You got to get all your shit and leave.
Yes, but you don't have to legally be like, give me half your bank account. You know what I mean?
True.
So I think that's like what I mean is like, yes, you have to separate, but now whenever it's like marriage, you have to separate assets, money, stuff like that, like for real, and not like playing house. That's why they call it playing house. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're
In
ready
my
to stop, you
opinion,
can.
It's the same. Like getting divorced.
I mean,
or breaking up.
physically, socially, yeah.
I don't know. To me, it's just like a bigger form of the same thing.
And it is. I'm just saying that you have to jump through a lot more hoops when you're married versus when you're not. Also, I've been watching a
ain't
lot
jumped
of
through a
my
hoop since I got married. What you talking about?
man. If you don't shut the fuck
Man,
up,
soon as we got married, dude, she put the hoop away. Ain't wanted me to jump through that hoop since.
sir, will you finish reading this damn
Okay,
story?
I know the first year is hard, but I don't know. We're in our 30s and we don't have kids yet. We only own this apartment together. Maybe it wasn't meant to be. Maybe it's better to call it a day now before there's more time to lose. Yes.
Mama.
Will probably call me deranged again if I tell her how I'm feeling, but I'm very turned off by this. She can keep him. That's right.
Ooh, right.
I'm sorry for editing all the time, but she keeps adding it. I'm not going to keep saying edit. I'm sorry for editing all the time, but I'm at work and I'm not able to respond. I got a text from him and I haven't answered his calls or texts yet. I need to calm down before I talk to him. He said, "Baby, you were right about X.
I told her that she shouldn't be coming over here anymore because my wife doesn't like it. And she said that she has feelings for me. You were right. I love you and I don't want to lose you.
That's 1,000,000% damage control. That is absolutely damage control.
I didn't answer him because what do I say to this?
Oh, what if he did though, and he wants brownie points for doing the bare minimum? Bro.
I mean, that's all it is. Like, I don't believe that at all, but he just wants like her to be like, oh, he does love me. He said no.
Yeah.
After I've talked to him about it forever.
Right. Yeah. Like he wants to, hey babe, I did the thing. I didn't cheat on you. Look at me. I deserve a gold star.
What can I say except you're welcome?
That's boy math. Hey babe, I did the thing I promised you not to do.
You know that thing you've been telling me to do for 6 months? I fucking did it, man.
I didn't. No, I didn't do it. Oh.
I got to get back to work, so I can't ruin my marriage and my job at the same day. Damn. All right, now I'm at my sister's and I'm just crying. I love him, but I can't do this. He's been calling and sending messages and screenshots all afternoon. I just answered him with this. I love you, but I can't do this. I don't trust you with my heart anymore. I don't think we're compatible because of our definition of love, respect, boundaries, and friendship are obviously very different. We probably need to call it a day before we're even more entangled and it gets more complicated. I need space to think. Please respect that I will talk to you when I'm ready to discuss our future. He just called 3 more times and then texted, please don't do this to us. I love you. You're the love of my life. Please don't throw everything away in a moment of anger. Be angry with me, but come home and be angry. Take it out on me. Fight me. Hit me. If only you knew how much I love you and how nobody else in this world mattered to me. Come home. I didn't answer because I don't know what to say. I'm going to bed. I just want to cry. I don't want him to text or call.
Okay, what the fuck? That's how I know he cheated. I know he did it. Because they always do that. A cheater always says the same thing. It's like I know they're all saying the same thing because they're in the fucking Reddits and the affair partners and the cheaters subreddits. They have literal subreddits dedicated to how to navigate shit as affair partners, as cheaters and stuff like that. They always say the same thing. I'm all yours, mind, body, and soul. Go ahead and hit me. Beat my ass. Punish me. I promise I love you. I will endure. Like those people.
I was gonna say you're not doing enough like punching yourself and shit. You gotta
oh my gosh. Have you seen the I keep seeing videos of men blubbering. I didn't do it, man. You can't do this to me, man.
Trail off.
He cheated, bro. He cheated. They all sound the same. They all use the same fucking buzzwords.
I've seen enough cheaters to know where this is going.
You love watching cheaters, man.
I love cheaters. That's like the best
say,
show Texas has ever produced.
I gotta say, whenever we have a lazy day without the babies, we get like really stoned and we watch cheaters. Or when we're tripping on acid.
We don't do that. No.
This is YouTube.
All right. Last update.
Oh, there's another one? I didn't know there was another one.
It's conclusion. All right, it's Sunday morning and I'm back home. My husband is staying with his parents. Yesterday, he showed up at my sister's, puppy-eyed and all, with takeout from my favorite restaurants, flowers, chocolates, and ice creams. Why do they always think food solves everything?
Because it does. But anyway, he's love bombing.
Oh, it does. Okay, verified. Take notes, fellas. Food.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, it's pretty true.
I mean, think about it. Anytime I start getting unmanageably cry-y or I get real teary-eyed, what do? You give me nuggies, bro. Like, you feed me a little something. And how many times do I have to tell you it's not nutritional? Temporary. Never mind.
He started apologizing and said he loved me and he would never hurt me. I asked him to start being honest with me and if he had feelings for her and if they've done something. He swore nothing happened and he doesn't have feelings towards her.
I told him that he wasn't honest because why would he let her in my house knowing how much it would hurt me and cost him if he had no feelings for her? Why risk your marriage? He couldn't answer that with anything more than he didn't think it was bad since he was secure in his feelings and in our marriage. And then he admitted that he liked the attention. So you knew before she admitted that she liked you? Yes.
Trying to get them brownie points. Oh. He didn't even get man, fuck O'Reilly's, man. Let's talk about that in a little while. But no, like what I said, he thought he was gonna get them brownie points. Man, you better give me my cookies back. God damn it. Trying to get brownie points and you didn't even do it and you lied about it.
He gave me his phone with all his texts and let me see that he never once flirted or made any advances.
Liar, plans for hire.
I don't know. I was very sad reading and hearing all this. I told him that they disrespected me. Her last text to him is that she loved him and she would make him happier than I ever could. There was also messages with mean things about me to him, and instead of confronting her, he ignored her or laughed it off. When I asked him about it, he apologized and said she was obviously jealous, so I didn't want to engage.
I know he's really lying now because that doesn't even make any sense. That's boy math.
Yeah, that's boy math right there. Like he's like telling on himself hard as fuck, but
yes.
He's boy mathing it to be like, well, I just like the attention, so it's not a big deal to me. So why are you upset? I wasn't cheating. I was just letting this bitch who wants my dick like hang around me all the time. Boy math. I told him that I wanted a separation because I don't trust him anymore. He begged me not to. Then he said I should at least come back to the house and he would live with his parents. He also asked if I could promise not to start divorce yet and just be separated for a while and go to counseling. He said that he messed up very badly and wants me to give him time to make it right again and not just divorce him yet. So I moved back home this morning and he was here. We had breakfast and he left for his parents. I didn't want him to kiss me. He will be coming home when he needs to work in the office and probably if we start therapy. On those days, I could be at my sister's. She was more than happy to help. Now I don't want to see him for a while. I hate my kitchen now. I'm sitting in my kitchen writing this, which is sad because we put so much effort into making it exactly what we wanted.
Ugh, terrible. Just awful. But good for you,
Good
though.
for her for just like not.
I think she should just go ahead and just get them papers ready. It's actually kind of funny because I remember where I got this story from. It's one of those like Minecraft, like what's that other game? Trove? One of them like Trove games or Minecraft games where they like run around and platform the world or whatever. I don't know why I took so long to describe that when I know all of y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway, but at the end of that story, it said that she was like, yeah, I won't divorce you right now. And then she changed the locks and then sent him divorce papers. And I thought that shit was so funny. And then I realized it's that one place or those one profile that you don't like because they always change the story or they make up stories or they change the stories. And then I went to go find it and it was still pretty damn good. So I figured I would send it to you.
People are wild. Like he legit was just like, well, yeah, I knew she liked me. I just liked the attention and I didn't care that you said that you didn't want her fucking hanging around all the time. I didn't care. I just liked the attention. Like, and then still expect her to stay with that. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Well, I feel like we said so much. Like it was honestly a chaotic read. I know that you're kind of feeling it right now, but like I don't really have much else to say other than I think never mind. I do have a bit to say. I think she should just straight up leave. Like she's been so strong and so ready, and she's picking up her own boundary by not just leaving. You know what I'm saying? Like she said she doesn't want him, but yet she's gonna go to therapy with him for what? She can keep him, so let her. I think that's like the only thing I feel like is like she didn't follow through. And I hate that. All right. So I think we're going to call it quits right there because I kind of overbooked myself right now. And also, I've been like low key kind of sick. My tummy has not been kind to me these last couple days. So I'm kind of burning both ends of the candle. But anyway, I did want to say one more thing. Fuck O'Reilly's, because there was like, I'm going to like start a discussion. Like I'm going to start a discussion because I meant to do it yesterday, but I was just not feeling so hot. But I'm going to start a couple discussions. One is about like why the humans always just want to be more superior than the other. What makes us do that? Like even in our most primal forms, why? Why is there always someone who thinks they're better than the other? And then why do they go and then conquer everybody else, you know? And like the reason I'm thinking about that is because I was playing this game, Horizon Zero Dawn, which if you haven't played it, oh my gosh, I'm going to go into so much detail when I make my post. I hope that you'll want to play it too, but or enough detail to make my point. Basically, the long and the short of it is the people in the old world, which would be right now, built a machine to help life survive after the machines destroy the earth, right? And they built this huge, very complex machine. And one of the parts of the machine is to teach the people who come after what history was, teach them English, you know, whatever language, teach them about history and where we came from so we don't make those same mistakes again. And one of the like main people, especially one of the main people who basically made this even fucking happen in the first place because he was making shit he shouldn't have made and then it got loose, you know what I'm saying? But that person deleted the knowledge that was supposed to be given, okay? And under the guise of that we're giving them the cure, which is to start over, but why would we give them the disease, which is our history? And then it turns out, you know, much later, he was just trying to build a cult anyway, but regardless, he wanted to be a god. At that moment, you're thinking, what the fuck is he talking about? Because he tried to take the history from them so that they couldn't make the same mistakes, but then they did worse. Or not worse, I guess. What I mean is that he didn't want them to start wars and stuff, but there was war. There was violent, brutal genocides, you know, of some of those people. There was a dude named the Blood King because he just liked killing people, you know what I'm saying? Those people still existed even without our history, right? And that was from my video game, okay? And then I started thinking, well, what about how white people are constantly taking things like the British Museum be like, you know what I'm saying? And then what about people like Attila the Hun? Or how Japanese people, I heard they think they're better than all the other Asian cultures. You know what I'm saying? Why do white people think they're better than black people here in America? You know what I'm saying? It's always like that. And it seems like it will always be like that. Why? Is it just to be human is to have both the chaos that is... Somebody in Discord said it really nicely, but I'm just basically trying to figure out what I'm trying to say for later. Anyway, but basically, they made a good point that it could just be that we need both in order to survive. You need the fucking crazies who are always taking shit over, and you need the good people who are good. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds like propaganda from crazy people.
But yeah, but I don't know. It kind of plagued me for a while, and I feel like I'm about to open a can of worms and it's going to be ugly. But anyway. Also, I wanted to say fuck O'Reilly's once again because I'm upset that a black man was murdered at an O'Reilly's because one of the employees thought he was stealing, and so he strangled him in the parking lot. And I just wanted to say fuck corporations, fuck billionaires, fuck all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that and fuck this level of society that we're at, because we're literally sitting in a place where we could be literally anything better than we are, and we're not. You know what I mean? And this man chose to think that auto parts was more important than a man's life. And what's worse to me is that all the shit inside those corporations and those stores are literally insurance. You know what I mean? And they don't tell people that it is. And so you've created this culture of managers who like lording their power over you. They know that shit's insured, but they want to make you look stupid for either letting someone get away with stuff or just wanting to like be a tyrant. They just want to lord whatever authority they have over you. And I blame that man because we live in a very anti-Black climate. I blame corporations for making people think that we have to put our fucking lives on the line. And fuck that manager for making that man think that it was okay to harass customers because you thought they did something. And fuck that dude because he obviously doesn't like Black people so much that he chased one out of a store and then strangled him in the parking lot over something that is not nearly as valuable as his fucking life was. Okay? Nothing in that store was worth that man's life. And you can go fuck yourself. Man, fuck that dude. Fuck O'Reilly's and fuck whatever hellscape we're living in. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope y'all have a great night. I'm being so for real. Like that was something I absolutely need to get off my chest. Love you guys.
Bye.
Major League Baseball Home Video presents Show Me the Bloopers.
Ooh. My life be like ooh, ooh.
Guys,
We're about to begin, okay?
don't be fighting. Don't be yelling.
Hey friends, and welcome back to the I told you. No, I'm gonna do it this time. Okay. It comes brewery. Y'all say it. Brewery. Brewery. Man, shut up. Anyway. We went to a local brewery. Anyway. You know, like Bruno Mars said, what did he say? He said, I don't know. I was pressing the wrong button. Holy shit. I was trying to find the mute button. Come on, Frybo, let's go.
Okay, what was I gonna say on this?
You are fried.
I'm so fucked up.
And that's all I got to say about that. Okie dokie. Oops. Shit. Can you feel it?
Oops.